This is an MTD 535-24 with an ash body and a maple neck. Michael Tobias' version with the full 24 frets. It's a very crisp bass and does the jazz bass type of sound very well. If I roll the pickup blend to the rear pickup without even changing any of the other settings, it's a very versatile instrument. MTD 535-24. This is an MTD 535-24 with a poplar body and a maple neck. Very, very light instrument, even compared to the one that I just played, the natural finish one. And poplar is actually the type of wood that was in my first MTD. I love how responsive they are with the light body. 535-24. MTD 535-24, 25th anniversary edition. This is a Sycamore body with a Myrtle Burl top, beautiful figured Myrtle Burl top, with a Wenge neck and a Wenge fingerboard. My favorite combination of necks on 535s. My original 535 that I got back in 1997. Very versatile, amazing tone, and very balanced. I can go back and forth between different techniques, and everything sits right where it needs to sit. 535-24, 25th anniversary edition. This is a beautiful MTD 53524 25th anniversary edition with a mahogany body, a Myrtle Burl top that's just a work of art, and a maple neck with a Murado fingerboard. Very, very versatile instrument, good for jazz-based tones as well as slap types of techniques, and also very easy to play. This is an MTD 53524 25th anniversary edition. This is an MTD 63524 25th anniversary edition with a walnut crotch top and a ash body, ash neck, and a bird's eye maple fingerboard. Very, very responsive instrument. It's very balanced, but you can do all sorts of chordal things as well. Very versatile instrument. The MTD 63524 25th anniversary edition. I was looking for a bass that could do everything that I wanted to do, and I was having difficulty. I would keep buying basses and selling basses because they did almost everything well, but they didn't do this one thing well, and so I kept buying and selling instruments. I had many instruments until I bought my first MTD 535, and it's number 252. It's one of the earliest MTD 535s, and I can play things on that bass that I can't play on other instruments. It's so responsive and has such a great tone. The playability is fantastic, and I've been an MTD fan ever since then. Yes, I have a handful of different MTDs. My 535-21, number 252, was my first one, and that's the one I used on my first two projects primarily, Pondering the Sushi and Tea in the Typhoon, and it's a fabulous instrument. Since then, I have the Norm Stockton signature model, Saratoga MTD, and it's more like a jazz bass. I love that instrument. They do different things, but the 535-21 still does what it does better than any other bass I've ever played. So on my current project, Grooves and Sushi, there is a song that I do an intro. It's called Only When I Exist, and I did this extended bass solo intro with the 535-21 because it has that tone and it's so effortless to play. But on a lot of the rest of the project, I used my signature model because it can sound like a jazz bass and it can sound like it can have more of the single coil thing or the humbucker sound. It's a very versatile instrument as well. They each do different things because they're each hand-built, and so each one, even with the same types of woods, they have a slightly different characteristic. But my favorite thing about MTD basses is certainly they're beautiful instruments. They're like functional works of art. Just on the wall, they look beautiful. But the playability and the tone is amazing across the board. My 535-21, I often tell people that I can play things on that instrument that I can't play on other instruments. It's just so effortless and it feels so natural to me. But yeah, I always tell people, don't take my word for it. Try one out yourself and you will agree. I think they're great for every different style. And there are MTD artists who play everything from hard rock to jazz to funk to gospel. I use my basses for a broad variety of styles, and when I do session work, that can range everything from hard rock to funk to country to jazz or whatever else may come along. So that's one of the things that was one of the design objectives with my MTD signature model, the Norm Stockton Artist Edition, was something that would allow me to cover that broad of a range. But each MTD is amazing in its versatility, and you can just go on YouTube and hear examples of MTDs in every genre of music. They sound fabulous. Yeah, especially in recording sessions, but live as well. I think it's really the most important thing you can do is listen. Listen to the other instruments, and don't come into the song just sort of deciding that this is what I'm going to play. Because music sounds better when each instrumentalist and everybody in the ensemble is listening to everybody else and responding. That makes the whole thing sound organic and musical and natural. The MTD 535-24 standard models that I played today, I think, are an amazing value for the money. Built in New York and designed by one of the best luthiers on the planet, Tobias. And I would definitely prefer this over many more expensive instruments that are hanging on the wall at your music store. So definitely check them out.